watching Home Day. If your home is in need of a hangout space for the whole family, we've got you covered with this next segment. Karen Seeley joins us now with design tips for creating just that and keeping it functional. It's been forever. It's so good to see your face. So Karen, what was this space you're in before it was the perfect family hangout?
Oh my gosh, this was such a huge transformation. This was dark, cluttered. It had stuff everywhere. The stairs were really narrow. In fact, some places on the stairs were only 2 feet wide, so we couldn't get anything down here. There was boxes everywhere, and to the point where there was a bathroom in the far corner, and you could barely weave your way through all the boxes to get there. There was ductwork hanging below all the beams. It needed a lot of cleanup to make it look as fabulous as it does now.
It looks incredible. Now talk to me about how it looks so much taller than it did before.
Well, you know what we did was we underpinned the basement, and it's such an amazing bang for your dollar. Because what ends up happening is you get this big open canvas space to work with, and of course it's amazing for resale value. So we worked with our structural engineer. We came up with a formula to build more wall under the existing wall. So basically what we're doing is we're lowering the basement floor so that we can gain more ceiling height. And in fact, I can show you a little something which is fun. If you look on the wall here on the brick, we can see where the brick is kind of scarred, where it's flat is where the old foundation used to be. So we've gained 2 feet of ceiling height here.
That's incredible. Okay, the other thing that is like shockingly apparent is the clutter is gone. Where did it all go?
Well, as I say, I've never seen an empty closet. So when we give people space, they fill it. So we had to donate some things. Of course, some things end up going in the trash. But when you donate, you can give it to your friends, your family, charities. There's lots of places for things to go. Once you go through all of that, then also find pieces that maybe you can repurpose. Use them somewhere else in your home. If you have objects that are important to you, frame them, put them in shadow boxes, put them on the wall. In our case, we had all these cool album covers, so we framed some of them because our homeowner loves music. And here's a tip. If you have an unfinished space, before you start filling it, parse off a section of that space and say to yourself, this will eventually be my storage room, so I'm only allowed to put things in this 10 by 10 square, and that way you won't have it migrate to other places of the house, because then it becomes daunting when you want to do something like this.
Now listen, coziness is a big thing for me, obviously a big thing for your client as well. How did you make sure it still feels cozy?
Well, you know, basements can be tough. So one of the main things we had to do is, first of all, address these really narrow stairs. They were dark, they were unfinished, and they were really narrow, so they were only 2 feet wide at some points. So I couldn't even get furniture down here. So we structurally had to change the space, and we put in these nice wide stairs with lighting, which is really great. And as you walk down the stairs, one of the very first things you see is this beautiful gas fireplace. It's stunning. The thing about a gas fireplace that I love, it also gives you zone heating. So now with our smart home devices, we can say, hey, smart home device, turn on my fireplace. So, 10 minutes before you get them downstairs, you can heat up the space. You don't have to heat it all the time. So it's zone heating and beautiful. Then we did this beautiful sconce lighting and pendant lighting at the bar. The nice thing about this is you get this beautiful glow of warm light around the room, and it's dimmable, so we can layer the lighting, and that really helps to create this really soft glow. Because we didn't do any lighting in the ceiling, it also gave us another opportunity to do safe and sound noise reduction insulation in the ceiling. And that's because directly above us is our other hangout space, the living room, with another TV. So this way we can kind of keep the two fun zones separate.
Talk to me a little bit about how you're accommodating game night here.
Well, in a hangout space, there's always that conversation about, are we doing a coffee table? Are we doing an ottoman? I love doing an ottoman because it can function as both, and they're so cozy. So by doing a hard surface ottoman in leather, we're able to accommodate games around this surface, or if you need to, you can put a tray down for food. But because it's leather and it's hard, it's actually a good surface. And because there's two, it's more functional because we can slide one out of the way, move around one of them, we can slide them together. So the flexibility with two is the way to go.
Lovely. Okay, so now I noticed there's a bar space, and I don't know, is this like a prerequisite for the family hangout spot? Is that for the teens or for the grown-ups?
Oh my gosh, that is so funny you ask, because This space has become the #1 space everybody wants to hang out. So there's a bit of a debate going on of who gets priority. So it's scheduled. Some people get to hang out here sometimes, some people get banished to the living room, but the bar space is being used by everybody. And in fact, when I met with Don and Anita, my clients, I said, you know, hey, what are we trying to accomplish down here? And they said, okay, we've got a lot of functions. We need a family movie night. We need video games. We need entertaining space. We need a laundry space. We need storage. We need an HVAC room. We need a 3-piece bathroom. 460 square feet. So it's amazing we were able to accomplish all of that in this space.
Yeah, well, you were the right person for the job. This is what you do, Karen Seeley. You take these little spaces and you make them like perfect for everyone. So let's talk about the bathroom.
We were able to squeeze in this beautiful 3-piece bathroom. It's got all the same color palettes. It's got the beautiful woods and blacks, so it flows right through with the rest of the space. But it's also in the back corner, kind of away from our seating area. So the nice thing about that, it gives a little bit of privacy. And the good thing for us is our HVAC room is here, so we already had plumbing in this back corner. So it actually was a cost-effective way to do this. And speaking of flow, when you're planning your space, especially open concept, it's important to pull everything through. So it's the same color palette, the same paint, but one of the things that I love the very best about this space is our gorgeous terrazzo floor. So by digging up the basement and putting in new floor, we did this polished concrete floor, and best part, it's actually heated.
She did it all, everyone. Karen, thank you so much.